this is Jordan, aka Mary Helsing, and today, since it's the holiday season, aka Christmas and Hanukkah, I am back with a brand new Hanukkah video where I take some time out of my life to review all of the gifts I've got this Hanukkah. Now, usually in the past, when I used to do my Hanukkah videos, I would usually do 4 episodes a year where I would do 2 nights at a time. But this year, since I'm gonna get fewer and fewer presents as I go along, it's gonna mostly be 1 video a year. So, now that's out of the way, let's get started. Yes! Now, one of the gifts I've got on the first night of Hanukkah is this amazing T-shirt, which is based off one of the best iconic sketches from Monty Python. Now, if you're familiar with those characters, the Spanish Inquisition from Monty Python, you might be familiar with their catchphrase, "Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition!" Now, one of the reasons I really like this T-shirt is because it's not just a screenshot of the guys in the costumes, but it's actually an etching of the real Inquisition, and that is actually a guy they're torturing on a rack. So in a way, if you're a history geek, people would get the reference if you study history or anything. I myself am a huge history geek, and I'm actually so thankful that I have this shirt. And not to mention, this could actually be a great shirt for any hardcore Monty Python fan. And speaking of hardcore, here, the other gift I got for the first night of Hanukkah is this complete and annotated script book of all of the sketches from the Monty Python episodes. Now, a few months ago, I was recently visiting with my Uncle Mark, and I was telling him how much I love Monty Python, and out of nowhere, he brought out this massive book, and he plopped it right in front of me, and he showed me that this was an entire collective series of all the scripts from the episodes. I have a huge obsession with reading scripts, and as soon as I opened this book, I felt like, holy crap, I am totally gonna read the crap out of this. And when you look inside, it has all of your favorite sketches, going from the parrot shop, the cheese shop, the funniest joke in the world, the Spanish Inquisition, of course, even the obscure sketches that not many people would know. And you can get a lot of these sketches inside this amazing book. And with this, I'm gonna have a whole lot of fun reading this, and it's a great book to read with your friends just to get a good laugh out of something, or this could be a great book just to learn how to do better at acting or directing, which is what I do. So I'm glad that I've got this for the first night. Now let's move on to night number 2. Now, the gift I got on the second night of Hanukkah is the DVD version of this movie, The Witch. Now, I am really excited to have this movie because this is actually one of my favorite movies that involve witches. As much as I love this movie, I feel like this is a very misunderstood film because a lot of people thought that this was going to be a scary movie. But to me, this was a historical fiction film with elements of feminism and elements of coming of age and some horror. And I think that this was a beautifully done film. And to anybody who's really interested in learning about the history of witches and the Salem witch trials, I would recommend this film in case if you're curious. It's worth watching, and the camera work is amazing. Now, the gift I got for the third night of Hanukkah is the Thug Notes book. Now, to anybody who is familiar with Thug Notes and their website, wisecrack.com, you might be familiar with all of his episodes where he analyzes every classic literature of your favorite. But in this book, he takes 16 of his episodes and he gives them an in-depth analysis of each book in his own gangsta style, if you know what I mean. Personally, I am just a huge fan of Sparky Sweet's work, and I really love watching a lot of his films because it gives me a new perspective of all the famous books that I love. So be sure to check this guy out. Thug Notes is a great show, so check him out. Now, the gift I got on the fourth night of Hanukkah is Titus, aka Titus Andronicus, aka Titus! I'm just kidding with you. But anyway, this movie is one of Julie Taymor's adaptations of one of Shakespeare's earliest plays, Titus Andronicus. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the play, this play was not really well known, but it was one of the inspirations for a lot of famous classics like Silence of the Lambs, Sweeney Todd, and of course Game of Thrones. Since I love her work, she gives the play a very artistic perspective, and she mixes in not only ancient Roman times, but also times from the 1930s and the 40s with the glamour era. And at the same time, it's just so not only just grotesque, but also beautiful to watch because it almost looks like a work of art. So if you're curious and if you're a Shakespeare fan but you want to know more about Shakespeare's work, this is a great adaptation, so be sure to check this one out. Now the gift that I got on the 5th night of Hanukkah is season 5 of American Horror Story. What I really liked about American Horror Story is that each season could take place in any different location, whether it was a coven of witches or a haunted house or an asylum or a freak show or anything in particular. So this year I got the 5th season, which is Hotel, and it's one of my favorite seasons next to Asylum, which is season 2. And one of the reasons I love this is because of the camera work and because of Lady Gaga, who is a boss in this show. Not to give away any spoilers, but this season did include vampires, but also the ghosts of the hotel. And one of the interesting things is that each season is connected, including this one. So it's worth a watch if you're a fan of horror movies or anything related to horror. I would recommend this show if you're curious. Now the gift I got for the 6th night of Hanukkah is Beauty and the Beast, the 2017 version. Even though I will always love the original animated version because that movie was a beacon of my childhood, but this was actually a surprisingly really good remake because there is so much to like about this film because it had an all-star cast, but also the costume work was beautiful, the sets were like beautiful to look at, and also the choreography and the music was so good. I mean, there was so much action going on throughout the movie, and it almost kind of felt like this was my childhood movie come to life, and they did a great job bringing the animated classic to life and bringing some slight changes that I was especially okay with. Dan Stevens is such a great beast, and I love the fact that they made him literate, just in case. So who doesn't love books, right? I give props to this remake, and I'm glad to have this. Now the 2 gifts that I got on the 7th night of Hanukkah is the Silmarillion! Now I am a huge Tolkien fan, and I am so excited to have this because every Lord of the Rings fan has always been talking about the Silmarillion, and I really wanted to get into it so I could up my geek status and just know more about the Lord of the Rings mythology. One of the reasons why the Silmarillion is a huge classic to Lord of the Rings fans is because you are getting the whole history of Middle-earth itself. And also what comes along with it is the audiobook that is going to tell the whole story. I love reading books with audiobooks playing because it helps me concentrate and get to know the story more. This is a surprise I never really expected, and I really can't wait to read this epic book. So yes, it's amazing! Now the final batch of gifts for the 8th night of Hanukkah is really interesting because it has something to do with my video making abilities. Let me show you. Now the first gift is this beautiful green screen. I don't want to open this up because my green screen actually opens up to the size of a whole room. And behind me are these tripod frames that hold up the green screen. And what comes along with it are these clips that hold it together. Now these are going to be really useful for my filmmaking career because I could do backgrounds and special effects and any type of film magic that I can think of. And also, the other gift I have is another tripod that is going to be used for my second video camera that's going to help do interviews in 2 shots. So I could use one camera to do the whole establishing shot of the person, and then I could use the other camera to do the up-close emotional shots of the person. And also, I can film 2 characters, and with these 2 tripods, I could film both the 2 characters in a scene at the same time. So because I have all of this, I can't wait to use these so I could really step up my filmmaking game. So I'm really excited to do this. And now that we've got all of the Hanukkah gifts out of the way, let me show you all the gifts that were given to me from my friends. Now I got these gifts from my friend Asia, and these are actually a little piece of Ravenclaw pride. Now what these are these Ravenclaw socks where you could have the Ravenclaw logo on them, and you even can see the word Ravenclaw on the sole of the foot of the sock. And also, I have this little Ravenclaw friendship bracelet where you can see the words Ravenclaw on it, and it has the logo. And these are so sweet and so sentimental, and I'm so glad, and I can't wait to wear these during the winter. So thank you so much, Asia. From my best friend Annalise, I got these 2 wonderful trinkets, and the first one I have is this really sweet pop vinyl figurine of Wonder Woman, who happens to be one of my favorite DC heroes because she is so awesome and she's the epitome of feminism, and Gal Gadot did such a great job playing her. And this is a great decoration to put up right on my bookshelf because she is definitely a great character. And the other gift from Annalise is this deck of cards which shows all of the screenshots, these high quality screenshots from the animated film Spirited Away. And she really blew my mind when she showed me these because each card has so much clarity and it's very high quality, and the picture looks so crisp and clear, like they came straight out of the movie. This is almost like you're seeing the holy grail of Studio Ghibli merchandise because you can never possibly get this in USA stores. Even the packaging is from Japan, which is so amazing. And I can't wait to take a look at these over and over and over. So thank you so much, Annalise. These are really great. Thank you. Now the gift I got from my best buddy Ian, aka Dark Blade Crystal Heart, is this amazing book series called Kingdom Keepers, where it shows what if Disney World got taken over by all of the Disney villains led by Maleficent, and these group of kids have to come and stop her from taking over all of the world. I am just so glad that I have this because Ian has been telling me over and over about this series because he's a huge Disney fanatic, and he recommended this series to me, and I'm really excited to read this because I love Disney. So thank you very much, Ian. I really appreciate this. From my buddy Shamar, she gave me these Hogwarts alumni pajamas. I am so glad that I've gotten these because, like always, I am a hardcore Harry Potter fan, and these look so cool because it almost kind of feels like I've graduated from Hogwarts, and they're cozy. They have loads of designs on the pants where you could see not only number 7 and the lightning bolt and all these Harry Potter logos on there, and over here you can see the little logo that almost kind of feels similar to a college sports shirt. So this is really cool, and thank you so much, Shamar, for this. I hope I get to wear this whenever my friends come over for a slumber party, so that'll be cool, you know? Thank you. And finally, from my boss, Joanna Jewett, she gave me these wonderful Christmas gifts. And what these are is a little movie trivia game because, you know me, I'm a huge fan of movies, aka I'm a cinephile. And this would be a really fun game to play when people come to visit. And the other gift I have is Swiss Miss hot cocoa mix. Now the reason why she gave this to me is because I love hot chocolate. I mix my hot chocolate with 2 scoops of chocolate ice cream and whipped cream, and it's so delicious during the winter because who doesn't love hot chocolate, you know? So thank you very much, Joanna. And the other gift that Joanna gave me, and I'm really excited to say this, but she gave me tickets to the Harry Potter Symphony concert at the Landmark Theater. So, yes! Thank you so much, because it's gonna be so exciting. I'm gonna see the whole orchestra while the movie is playing, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Joanna. I really appreciate it. So that's all the gifts that I have to show to you, and I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and see what the holidays have to offer. And I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Yule, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Krampusnacht, and all of the different holidays in the winter that bring us so much joy. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and I hope you have a really good, great new year, and bring it on 2018, goodbye 2017, and let's just hope next year will be better. So until then, happy holidays, and be sure to subscribe to this channel for more content in the future. See you later.